Welcome everyone to Tarragona versus Gijón. This is it for the Spanish division. It's Tarragona who only need to draw to get it over the line, but Gijón need to win this. It's been quite a surprise campaign for the side of Gijón. All could tell in this game today. It's a brilliant day for football here. I'm your commentator namboooz, followed with your streamer OkMushy. So Tarragona have lined up with Hafto, Panzer, Santi, Onero, Frau and GW11 outfield, and in goal Jaden, which is a bit of a surprise. I don't think Scary could show up. Well, I'm not sure why. Jaden has been outfielding a lot of the time, so it could be a bit of strange goalkeeping on display, but maybe heroic. And then Gijón has got Ignuk 1 and Yezdox, Ed Pigeon, Ive Teller, Escanor, Olgo, and in goal Kroll Focus. Two strong lineups, and Gijón get this game underway. So it's Kroll Focus. Kroll Focus, I was about to say something good about him, I just couldn't think much. But now it's Olgo, who is one of the Gijón players to watch. He's had, I'd say, decent campaign. See how many. Nah, I just won't bother with that. Now it's Kroll. It's just sort of passing around the back here for Gijón. They want to get an attack going. Obviously, Tarragona won't be complaining too much about how the results are right now. It's only 4 minutes in, but it's still going in favour as it stands now. Tarragona are league leaders, but now it's a pass out to the left here. Yezdox. Against GW11. He's managed to find a bit of space here. He crosses out to the right. It's a good moss out by Frau. He's only made it as far as to Ed Pigeon. Passes through the middle here, but no one could get a touch on it. But Santi in the end does pass back to Jaden, who, again, as I did mention, he's quite surprised addition here. Scary couldn't show up for whatever reasons. No, it's a pretty good pass by the goalkeeper, but it's a missed touch by Onero, and now it just looks to be a one-on-one situation there, and Ed Pigeon does manage to get it back to his goalkeeper. It's been relatively slow in these first kind of 10 minutes. Yezdox passes out to the left here to Ive Teller, who did come from Spezia. That's all I can really remember, to be honest. Do apologise for any underwhelming things I may say here today, but now it's Olgo. Passes through the middle here, and the offside flag has been raised. I think that's Escanor. May be wrong, but that's a pass out to the left here. Now it's Panzer, who came here in the mid-season transfer window. He's made a pretty good effect. He's been a great defender overall for Tarragona, and now he's finding his space out here on the left. Managed to stray away from many Gijón defenders. He's now gotten it past Escanor with a cross outside the box here, which has just missed everyone, and in the end out for a throw-in for Gijón. It's a bit of a disappointing cross. In the end it didn't, just led to not much really happening, and now it's Kroll Focus on the ball again. We've held a lot of possession for Gijón. He's been maybe a bit defensive for Gijón right now. That's Escanor passing back to Kroll again. Those 15 minutes have gone by here, and right now all is level. It's pretty level football as well. I'd say pretty even. Actually, no, I'd say Tarragona have just been a bit more ahead of Gijón. Now it's Olgo. Here on the left, he's not got many options to work with. He's being tightly marked. And now it's Frau's with the interception. He does find the switch on the left. It's slowed down by Tarragona. Now it's Panzer. Being quickly pressed by Escanor here. He did manage to get the pass off out to the left, and now it's Hafto. Hafto with a failed dribble, and now Escanor will look to take the ball off him, but it's a good recovery by Hafto, and now it's Panzer. That's Onero. Onero again just doesn't have many options to work with. Gijón are keeping a pretty tight back line, but Ed Pigeon does rush, and now it's sent Panzer out on the left. That's Panzer on the left here again. He does hoist in across here, and it's a good moss by the Gijón defense, and now it's Yezdoks on the counter-attack. Passes out to the left here for, I think that's Ignuk1. No, I'm going to call him Ignuk, even though it's not actually the Ignuk we all know. That was Ignuk1. Again, just struggling to find any sort of pass out here, but has managed to find Olgo. He's just taken it past Frau. It's Olgo. Finesses it in, but mossed out by Tarragona, but I've Teller will get it ahead of Hafto. Now it's Ed Pigeon. Pass through the middle, mossed out by Santi, and in the end it's a good touch by Panzer to keep the ball in possession of Tarragona, and now Panzer has been one of the more influential figures for Tarragona in this first half, I'm going to say now. He's held a lot of possession out on the left there. He's taken about 2 runs up, which didn't seem to amount to too much, but still has made quite a bit of an impact. Now it's Jaden who passes out to the right here to Frau. It's an interception by Ignuk1, but Frau will manage to take it back from the pole. Do I call him a Pole or Polish? No. But now it's Frau finding Oniro out on the left. Many Gijón shirts have found their way back, but Tarragona start arriving, and it's found its way to Frau, but in the end he just misses the ball, and it's out for another Gijón throw, and it's another failed cross by Tarragona, which just can't seem to get many promising chances out. It's Olgo to take the throw in. It's another missed touch here, and it's Santi who passes around the back to Panzer. Now it's Panzer, he's got quite a bit of space to work with here. He does try find the switch on the right, but Olgo was quick to be on that. It's a good dribble to get past Jasavator, and tries to get out to Zevdoks, who does... I said Zevdoks, I'm very sorry, Yezdoks. Again, they're really wrong. Again, Tarragona aren't really complaining too much about this result that has not entertained many of us at all, but it will still win Tarragona the title. But Gijón look to still be in fighting spirits, but again, it's just taking it quite slow. It's Kroll focus again. Out to Ignuk1. Ignuk1 tries to get it out to Olgo. Olgo can't get the touch. Being pressured by Jasavator, which didn't seem to matter too much. Thrown out to Frau. There was 3 people on that throw in there. Gijón shirts, I could say. Santi passes it back to Jaden. He's managed to get quite a few good passes out here. Hafto gets out to Frau. Frau passes into the middle for Hafto again. I've Teller is trailing behind. Hafto gets first touch. It's still Hafto in possession. And he's just tried to dribble. He's missed the ball. Now I've Teller to intercept and eventually pass back to Kroll again. Majority possession again, as I said. In Kroll. But now Kroll with a brilliant pass out to the right here for Escanor. Jaden doesn't rush. That's Escanor. This is probably Gijon's first real attack. Now Escanor trying to get past Panzer. He's stayed put, and in the end, the patience has paid off for Panzer, who does manage to intercept. Now it's out to the left here for Oniro. A short pass out to Hafto, which can't manage to get first touch, and now it's Escanor. Out to Yezdoks. He's just trying to get it away from Hafto, I think it was. Now it's Ignuk1. It's a tight formation at the back here for Tarragona, and it's a good touch by Escanor to find his space out on the right. Escanor hoists it into the box here, and it's... Was that Moss by Gijón? That was a Moss by Gijón, apparently. That was a questionable decision, to say the least. That wasn't the best I've ever seen from Olgo. Now it's Santi through the middle here for Hafto. Hafto with a first-time ball out to Oniro, who I haven't seen too much of in this first 45 minutes, but maybe looking to make his impact. Now it's Jason Vater. It's through the middle here by Hafto, and Frau does manage to get first touch ahead of Ivtelo, but Ivtelo with the second touch, but Frau does recover again, and now it's Frau looking for another option here. He passes to the left. So Oniro, Ed Pigeon doesn't manage to get the touch on it. Now it's Oniro with a cross into Frau, and it's Most by Ivtelo, and now Olgo on the counter-attack. Looking to maybe avenge himself after that. I'm going to say questionable header, and now it's Yezdoks who has managed to find his way through Santi, and Santi won't manage to get it for now. That's Yezdoks. Santi does manage to get it in the end and just clears it out. That will be half time. The referee does signal for it. Just waiting for Kroll to get the touch. And it is half time. Many times, and now it's Tarragona to kick off the second half here. It's Gijón which need to make an effect, because right now Tarragona are in possession of that league. Hortaleza did all they could. In the end, it's impossible for them to win the league. Now it's Hafto with a pass out through the middle here for Frau. Kroll is rushing to get back into his net, and now it's Frau just ahead of Ignuk1. And fails to get any sort of dribbles off, and it's an interception by Ignuk1, and in the end was that an interception by Hafto, but maybe didn't amount to too much there. Now it's Olgo, who again was one of the only players to really make a chance for Gijón. Just a glimmer of goal, but obviously it didn't happen. Now it's Olgo taking out the pitch. Tarragona have got all their forces back, and now to pass out to the left here for Yezdoks. Yezdoks trying to get it past Frau, and it's Escanor with the cross in, and it's easily mossed out. But now it's Ivtelo with a very tame shot. Gijón still technically on the back foot here. Don't need them sort of shots. Well, anyways, Jaden can finally take this goal kick that he's just been waiting for. Now Jaden hoisting it up the pitch for the right wing. It's intercepted by Gijón, but Santi is quick to sweep. I can't speak, I'm very sorry. That's Ivtelo. Out to the left here for Yezdoks. Now it's Yezdoks. A lot of space to work with here. Does get the cross in, and it is mossed out by Tarragona. Another cross which was quite wasted by Gijón, but now it's a pass through the middle, and Escanor was just found offside. It's unfortunate for Gijón. They're just biting their nails and hoping, it seems like now. Now it's Panzer. Out to the left here. Oniro does pass it to Hafto. Hafto back to Oniro. It's a good passing play here, and now it's Frau. It's intercepted by Ivtelo, but Oniro is still in possession. He does pass back to Panzer. Gijón aren't really letting anything pass them right now. They seems they just don't want to take any risks at all. And that includes goal scoring risks, which, less said about that, the better for them. Now it's a pass out to right for Frau here. That's Frau. Out to the left to Oniro. Ed Pigeon looks to be just in front of him. And Ed Pigeon does manage to get first touch ahead of Oniro, but Tried to pass it out to Olgo, but again, it's just passed back to the goalkeeper. Tarragona, this could be just a bit of time wasting on the side of Tarragona. Gijón won't be too happy with it if there's not much added time. Anyways, it's Canny. One of the new substitutes. Did try get the pass off there to get to Honoro on the left, but I assume the curve was not on purpose. Now it's Crow. Aforementioned with the 5 clean sheets. Maybe he could make it a 6th today if... well, best case scenario for him if Gijón win and he keeps a clean sheet. And now it's Crow focused with a pass through in the middle here, and Jaden with a very good rush. He's very far off his line. That's Jaden. After a very successful rush, we'll say. Just looking for an option. He's not got much to work with here. He's tried to find a long option, but again, it's just found its way to the Gijón goalkeeper. This has to be time waste. We'll say this now. Now it's Crow. Taking it up the pitch. He's going into the Tarragona half. It looks like he's taken the shot there, and Jaden, it's just easy for him. Tried to catch Jaden off, but it's not having much of it at all. That's Jaden. The referee has warned him to release it quickly or he will receive a yellow card. Oh, he will be getting a yellow card. Time wasting it. It's passed back. This is... oh, come on, man. This is not what we want to see at all. Very much time wasting tactics from Tarragona. This is polar opposite from that Nordmere game that was played yesterday. 5-0 to Nordmere, which saw them win the league ahead of Rijnblik, who could only salvage a 3-2 result against Gruntal. Now to Olgo, getting it past Santi here. This could be another real opportunity for Gijón. It's a good interception by Santi, but Olgo will manage to get second touch. It's finessed in, and again just found the touch of no one. Jaden has been yellow carded for his earlier time wasting tactics. Now it's Frau who did try to get the touch. Ivteller's just passed it out of play there. Now it's Frau to take the throw in. Gets it off to Panzer here, who's being quickly pressed by Escanor. Does get it back to Jaden. Now it's Canny at right back here. Another pass back by Tarragona. I assume there will be quite a bit of added time put on. That's Panzer. Just trying to get away from Escanor here, and he does manage to get the pass out to the left here for Frau. Now it's Ed Pigeon who did manage to get first touch ahead of Frau, but managed to get it away from him. And now it's a chop pass here to Escanor, who does get it to Ed Pigeon on the right here. He may be offside. No, he has remained onside. His run was timed perfectly. Now it's a low pass out to Escanor, which again didn't amount to much, but Escanor managed to get second touch, but it's just out of play by Tarragona, and now it's another Gijón throw-in. 15 minutes left of regular time, and now it's a throw out to Yezdoks. Sorry, I can't read. Yezdoks. The low pass to Escanor, but Panzer was quick to get in front of it, and now it's a pass out to the left here for Honoro, who just looks to be ahead of Ivteller. Ivteller goes to mark Frau, and Honoro is free on the left. It's the first defensive weakness we've seen from Gijón, and now Tarragona look to have another opportunity in front of goal, and it's crossed in for Frau, who does miss it, but now Canny. It's Canny. Finesse out here for Hafto. It's mossed by Yezdoks, and it's eventually cleared out to Olgo. Now it's Santi, who lost possession to Olgo again. Now it's Olga, more formerly known as Gwiv. Out to the left here for Escanori. He's in front of Canny. Now it's Escanor. Almost got the dribble off. And he did get the dribble off against Canny, and now Escanor. Lots of space to work with on the left here. Does cross it in. And again to the avail of no one. Another glimmer of hope for Gijón, but now it's Ed Pigeon. Ed Pigeon crossed in, and Jaden with the rush. That was another glimmer of hope there for Gijón, but now it's Jaden out to the left here for Onoro. Onoro switches it out to the right here. Kroll does get back into his goal here, but Escanor does manage to get it ahead of Canny Season, but Canny with another interception. It's a bit of a scramble for the ball here between the two players, and Teller does manage to clear it out. Now Gijón are running short on time. If they want this title, they'll need to play with a bit more urgency. Now it's Teller. Out to Kroll, who's making himself another option. Sort of a 7th outfield man, but that's just stupid. It's Olgo. Looking for any potential runners here. Tarragona have got basically everyone back, and now it's Ed Pigeon. Out to Kroll. Kroll finds the run of Ignuk 1 on the left here, but it's intercepted by Canny. That's another counter-attack for Tarragona. Oh, I've got it off. Now it's Frau. Switches it out to Onoro here. Here's a good pass. Ed Pigeon looks to try to get on the end of it, and he does manage to tackle it away from Onoro. And in the end, but Onoro manages to take it off of Ed Pigeon. Now it's Onoro. Has managed to get it past Ed Pigeon. Crosses it in for Hafto. And it's another moss out by Gijón. 7 minutes of added time, says the referee. Could Gijón make anything with that? Now it's Escanor on the counter-attack. It's intercepted by Santi. Pass back to Panzer. It's Escanor to pressure Panzer. Does pass it back to Jaden. That has to be another minute added on, I'd say. Now it's up to Canny. Gets it to Frau. Frau switches it out to Onoro here. Again, Onoro being quite a prevalent option on that left. Now it's finessed out to Frau. This is wasting a lot of time. It's almost tackled out by Olgo, but Frau does manage to get it back, and now it's Frau. Frau crosses it in here. Gijón do moss it out. Their hopes look to be well and truly over here. Santi passes it back, and Tarragona have won the title. After a shoddy match, a 0-0 draw crowns Tarragona the champions. Despite many doubts for potentially the weakness of this Tarragona side, they have settled the doubts and won this trophy.